Hello and welcome everyone. We have big plans for today's episode, and it involves building our manor house and working on our industry and trade relationship with Northbury. So let's jump straight in and check out what we can work on in the progression framework. I think our trade partners want to buy meat, so we will take a look at butchering. Let's unlock that. And I think it makes sense to improve warehouse depot and granary, but maybe not yet since we're kind of low on coin. So let's pause on that. We can just start with the butchery. I am not familiar how this actually works, so I will probably start building it somewhere, let's say here. Maybe. Yeah, let's build it here to start with. And what we will also need to do is let's add tools here. And let's add also wood, so we can store it safely if we need it in case. I'll take a look also at the royal book, and I'll set up a recurring trade with my partners. Let me just see. Okay, resources. I want to have a safe stockpile of tools, and let's say something like 15 tools to have always in our storage makes sense, because it'll allow us to be quicker when we are building anything. Let's also build a butchery. I think I'll place it somewhere here, but I'll rotate it a bit so it's positioned to be closer to the road. Okay, perfect. And now let's wait until this is built. Okay, perfect. Now that we have everything built, let's slow this a bit down. And let me take a look at what else can it have. Okay, so we need workers actually. We have no unemployed workers, so let's turn on the immigration. We will be having the next wave of immigrants in 5 days. In the meantime, we can take a look at what we can do next. I think we need to take care of this manor house building, and if we plan how we are going to expand further, it makes sense to keep this area with a village and population. That way we can keep industry on the outskirts of it and also expand further down here, which means that I'll probably want to place my manor somewhere here to allow some space for other buildings that might be needed, and also for the expansion of my trades. Not the trades, sorry, but actually the village market. Because I foresee that we will, other than basic food, we will probably want to trade some general goods. I've seen some clothes there, so that will make sense. We can perhaps start roughly planning what we want to do with our manor. Let's take a look. Okay, so we need a great hall, and I think where we are going to place it is probably somewhere around here. That makes sense. Okay, perfect. So other than this, do we need to have some manor towers, minor towers? Maybe nothing for now. We can just quickly open it. Let's see. Let's have an entrance, and let's have this in front. This is where we are going to have people come to us. And we can probably move it as we need to in the future, sorry. Okay, this seems reasonable. Okay, let's build it, perfect. Our manor house is almost built, and it's perfect that we have received some immigrants. Oh wow, a pop-up, new building available, and a pop-up. Okay, we don't need any help. Let's slow this a bit down. I'll take a look at the building. We have followed an advice, perfect. Let's take all of these immigrants and let's put them to work directly one in the butchery, and let's put 2 in the hunter's hut. And let's take a look at all of these pop-ups. So improving monuments, like normal buildings, monuments can be improved by adding new sub-buildings and editing existing ones. You can also change the function of a sub-building or destroy any sub-buildings you want. Perfect. So we'll be able to improve our manor house any way we want, or move it probably. So let's end it now. Let's see what else do we have. We have an advice. Okay, we want to collect taxes. The villagers were concerned that they might not have enough coins to develop a prosperous village. After much deliberation, they decided to build a tax office and contribute by sharing some of their earnings through a house tax. Yeah, sure, we are going to do that. Advice: food diversity. Your villagers are very grateful for the food you provided them, yet they wish their larder had more to offer. They would greatly appreciate it if you were to give them a second source of food. Okay. Let's take a look at the progression framework. And what we are going to do is we're going to actually extend the village edict. Let's see what we can add as a mandate. Mandate, promote villagers. Okay, nothing. What is this? Advice, edicts, and privileges. Villagers believe we have achieved enough prosperity to implement our very first edict. These are laws and policies that help you shape the village in new ways. Additionally, you can enable privileges, which are benefits granted by each of the estates. Once edicts and privileges are enacted, they must be revised with a mandate to be removed. Okay, let's ratify an edict. I'll pick my own, I think. And let's take a look at the royal book. Edicts and privileges. And what do we have? So we can have decreasing of mandates. Not sure. We don't do any kind of big mining, so this is not needed. We actually want to have more berries, fish, and everything, so that's bad. Production buildings. We don't do much production. I'll increase trade, so we'll do bulk trade for starters. And let's take a look at how that affected our trade routes. Okay, so perfect. Now the guy can take 45 planks at once, or 45 stones, or 45 whatever. Let us also then modify what we are going to be selling. I'll actually end up keeping at least 30 of these. And probably 30 or 20 of these stones, just in case if I want to do some extra building. Okay, perfect. Let's also take a look at this pop-up. Levy funds. Your treasury appears to be low these days. As the leader of the village, you have the authority to collect funds from your villagers. However, contributions will be reluctant. Levies should only be used in urgent situations, as they can significantly decrease your villagers' happiness over several weeks. I don't need coin. I'll steadily get it because I have some income and trade, and I'll probably be increasing my plank production soon. Let's take a look at this. Okay, 300 coins. That's always helpful. And what I'll actually do with this is that I'm going to expand to this territory. And I will actually, let's pause it for a second. I will actually add some residential areas here, so my villagers can expand in that zone soon enough. Perfect. Let's unpause. Amazing. Okay. So now we can trade actually more planks, but we don't produce enough of them. And I think with this, depending on how fast the production of this goes, I might actually need to build more both foresters, sawmills, and increase my lumber camp. I'm not sure yet where I'll do that or if I will do that, but let's first take a look at and see what is going to happen with this boar production. Missing zone. Okay, I'm missing a hunting zone. Let me take a look at this. Hunting zone. Perfect. Let's do a hunting zone somewhere here. Is this enough? Reducing resources. Okay, amazing. Now that that's set up, what we are going to be doing is we're going to actually take a look at our houses. So what we need to do, we need to add some beautification. And then we can have a commoner if we want to increase the quality, but I don't think we need to do something like that yet. And for the density, to have a way of housing more people in a small space. Koji kurac ja pričam brzo. For housing, and for housing density, if we want to have, and for housing density, if we want to have more people in one house, then we need to increase some light fortification and also do a patrol coverage. Cool. So let's take a look at the progression framework again. What else can we get? Decorative buildings, that's not needed. That's needed if we want to increase the quality, which we're not interested in yet. And to increase and get some of these tavern and manor unlockments and also village fortifications, we need to increase our labor spender. So let's take a look at how to increase that actually. I think I saw something in the villager market area. Let's see. So if we do improve these, this gives 2, this gives... okay, so let me take a look at this. Can I move this in its entirety? Okay, so for example, if I want to move it somewhere here. Perfect. And can I remove the stall? No, I can't. Let's move this one as well. I will move it somewhere here. Okay. Let's apply the changes. Is this going to be moved also here? Okay, let's apply changes here. I will start building additional markets just in case, because I think I'll need them eventually. And it will give me some splendor, so I'll just start getting them here. Let's do it like so. Let's build this one, and I'm going to be giving it... I'll give it, since it's going to be for a goods market, I will actually... No. Did I turn it the wrong way around? No, I haven't. Yeah, I have. Okay, so perfect. Now this is the way it's going to be facing. I'll put the right side for goods. Let's do this. And let's build another one for goods, just in case. I know I won't have anything yet, but it will give me some splendor, so I'll have it ready. Let's give it this one as well. And the red ones will actually be for food. I will need to adjust this one. 1 second. Red market, perfect. I don't have enough coins. We'll need to wait for a trader to come by before we can do that. Let's in the meantime see advice: improving lumber camps. Your woodcutters can't keep up with the demand. Exhausted, they plead for more villagers to help. They also suggest recruiting a forester, as it would ensure ample forests in the future. Okay, we'll eventually do this, so let's have this as a reminder. That makes sense. And for now, we are going to leave market as it is, since we don't have proper coin. Let's take a look at if we can start actually taxing our people. Do we have enough coins to do that? Let me see. So manor, tower, minor, major. If I have something like... I think this makes sense. If I place it somewhere here, that's good. I'll place one of them here and I'll give it an entrance. and we can start building it. This is going to be our first tax office. We'll probably end up needing more. Let's grab this immigrant and put it immediately into the butchery. And also let's set up meat in the granary. No resources to extract. And it's producing resources. Okay, so I needed to have... okay. So I will need to actually unlock my path for the boars to go this route. Okay, we will revisit this and build a bridge and move this a bit further there. But for now, let's take a look at the tax office. It's going to be completed soon. And then we can probably set up some taxes and get some income that way. Let's take a look. We should also take care of the villagers' happiness. It's at 60% for now, so we probably need to start thinking about some services to make them more happy, because they will need to pay taxes, which will probably affect them. Okay, how do I look at taxes? Let me take a look. Buildings, villagers, resources, trade, edicts. Where are taxes? Is it not yet available because this is not finished? Probably not. Okay. Let's see. I'll remove one of these and put it in the tax office. Perfect. Let's now take a look at an option if we have somewhere taxes. Now, okay, cool. We have taxes. And if we do increase it to 35 per month, yeah, that's fine. 5% is tolerable. Okay, we'll have 5% taxes, and let's take a look at this. Taxation. Taxation is a type of income available for the labor estate. You can dispatch tax collectors from the tax office to collect coins from your villagers. The weight of each residential tax can be set on the taxes page of the royal book. Increasing taxes will let you earn more coins at the cost of villagers' happiness. Higher status villagers mean higher revenue, while higher density housing means more coins accumulating in one place. Okay, that's good to know. We can continue. First tax office. A tax office now stands in the village, promising order and prosperity. Though some villagers might grumble, they know their coins are paving the way to a brighter, safer future for all. Perfect. Amazing. And we just earned labor influence. Okay, perfect. Now we will be waiting a bit to get some income because we are kind of short on everything. Okay, cool. Now we have some coins to play with after Northbury has bought some planks. And let's take also these villagers as well. Let's see first how we can increase this a bit more. If we look at the royal book and we take a look at the trade routes, we are currently selling stones to them and we are selling planks. I think we have set that we are selling stones. Let me just confirm this. Okay, so we have set it, and we're selling also planks, but if they're above 30. And the guy can only take 45 of them at once, which means that we actually need to figure out a way. We actually need to figure out a way to increase our income. Let's see this horseman, what is he on about? Improving trades with Northbury. Okay. Thanks to your increasing trades, many folks are now looking to settle in Northbury, yet the village struggles to feed the extra workforce and asks if you could send them much needed bread. I will do that eventually. Let's also collapse these a bit. And I think we will need actually to increase the taxes a bit further. Let's see first if we can add a service to make our villagers happier. Okay, we can actually build a church. And where we are going to do this, I think we're going to be building it here. Okay, let's make it somewhat... Let's see, the capacity is 24. Okay, let's build something like this. We're going to have a humble gate. This increases faith. That's not something that I need yet. And what I need else, I need a bell tower. And the bell tower is going to be something like this. Perfect. It has 24, so I'm not sure how I can... Can I increase it like this? With some extra room. Perfect. Let's increase it also on this side. I'll add it in all the places. So my future villagers also have room for faith. Perfect. This looks decent. That looks okay. It's housing 60, so it'll be up for a long time. And what I will actually end up doing is, now that I have built the church or set it to be built, I will go into my taxation and I'll actually increase it to be not 15, but... okay, I can't. They will be too unhappy. So we need to wait. We have a pop-up above a manor house. Let's help them out. Cool. Let's collapse this, and we're going to tackle this a bit later. Let's wait out what will happen after our church is built. In the meantime, I guess, yeah, let's speed it up and wait until it's built. Maybe we will need to do a levy to buy the territory up top so we can actually start hunting. So let's do that. Okay, it actually seems like we have been stuck a bit on the church building. Let's take a bit of these and take a look at this pop-up. Meeting the elders. The elders, the much respected leading men and women among the region's laborers, heard of your village and wished to make themselves useful to your people. They brought welcoming gifts, mainly tools, to ease your villagers' lot, then pledged their assistance. Oh wow, amazing, free tools, nice. Let's take a look at... Okay, tools received, nice. What are we actually missing here? So we're missing wood, it seems. And this is consuming most of it, so let's pause it a bit. And I think now we're just going to wait until the church is done, and then we will take a look at if we can actually increase the taxes again. For now, let's just wait a bit. Our church is finally close to finishing, and let's see, once that happens, how that will affect our happiness. We just need to get 2 more wood, and that's it. And these guys are just now producing it, so it should be done any minute. Any second, that is. As soon as they take it. Okay, here's a builder taking it, and I think this is now being finished. So let's put it to game speed 1. And let's take a look at what the pop-up says. Churches of the Faith, words of your village's first church have reached the clergy. They appreciate your dedication to the faith and thus hold you in higher regard. Very well, nice. Let's appoint a village priest. And this should cover 60 people. And let's take also this immigrant. I think the happiness should increase, and maybe it will increase significantly to the point where we can actually ramp up the taxes. Let us take a look. I don't think I can read anything from this. But okay, let's see. I'll speed it up a bit so we can take a look how this changes once the weekly attendance is in session. Let's see. And I'll also unpause this because we needed to pause it to actually be able to complete it because we were lacking wood. So our trade has been lacking a bit during that time. Service minus 12. Okay, and if I take a look at the taxes now, not the progression, this was a wrong click. If I take a look at the taxes, I think I'll end up increasing this. And we're setting it to be 15%. Okay, advice followed. Nice. Okay, and we need to build actually refined food to make them happier, which is going to be these things. If we take a look at the mandate and we discuss a levy, it will be a minus 30% for villagers with villager profile gain. Okay, we won't do that. We'll just wait a bit. I think that taxes should cover everything soon enough. Star delay, bell pitch, okay, nothing special. I think at this point we are going to be waiting it a bit out to the point of basically, yeah, at this point let's just wait it out and see how the income goes. Okay, I think we should also increase our production a bit of wood since we are having an increased volume, but from what I can see we actually don't create enough of it. So perhaps another sawmill would benefit us, and then we'll be able to trade better with our trade partner. I'll create another one somewhere here, so it's not going to be bothering me when I expand the woodcutter's place. I think this is fine. So let's actually do this. And we're going to take this citizen with us. I'm kind of concerned about the negative income, but it's mostly because we're buying tools continuously and not selling enough planks, which is a bit unfortunate. But it will probably change soon enough. Once we actually get refined food, and we will be able to increase the taxes even further. So let's speed this up a bit until it's built. Okay, now we're getting the 2 wood. We can unpause this a bit. And once this is finished, we will just assign more villagers to work in the sawmill to produce planks. Since that is a basic resource, it'll help us even when we don't rely so much on our trade with Northbury. Let's put 3 of them there. And let's also take a look at the forester camp, and I'll actually paint a reforesting area much larger. And I will also adjust, not this, don't reforest there, but I will be painting a woodcutting area also here, a larger one, just to be future proof once we increase actually the woodcutter's area of woodcutting, that is. And now I think we'll just basically wait a bit to get our income going and then buy that territory to have the boars. And hopefully that kind of stabilizes us with income and we can call it a day. Another month has passed and we have actually become more solvent. This trader just bought 45 planks and some stone. So now we are ahead of the 150 coins in the treasury. Let's slow this a bit down. And now we can consider buying some territories and expanding to actually start hunting some boars. Let's take a look at how these look like. I think, let me see. This one is more rich and it falls here, I think. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'll actually buy this territory, but not yet, since I will need to buy a bridge. What I will do first is actually buy village wooden bridge, which will allow me to cross there. And let's see how much that will cost us to build. We have now a bridge. And if we want to have a bridge going from here to somewhere like, I don't know, here? Why can't I build it there? Is it? Ah, okay, so I need to buy the territory. Yeah, I'm stupid. I thought the village bridge will cost more, so we actually can build it now. Let's build the territory, and then we will buy the bridge. And we can do a bridge like this, I guess. It will cost 95 planks. Holy, okay. That will take a bit. And I think... Do we have enough for 2 more? Let's see, actually. We do. Let's take these 2. And I think for now we can pause the immigration, because I won't be taking any more. And cool. We will be building this. Once this is done, let's also adjust the hunting area. Since this doesn't make much sense, I will remove all of this here. And we will actually start hunting here, for example. The villager path is going to be blocked, that's fine. But it will eventually be unblocked once the bridge is done, so let's leave it as is. And let's speed this up until the bridge is finished. But first, also we can close. The housing is not sufficient, that we don't care about that. And let's increase the game speed. 3 and wait it out. Perfect. Our bridge has been built. Finally, our hunters will be able to hunt. Let's also see. I think they should be able to hunt this area. No, I've painted everything here to be a hunting zone for them, but they still have no resources to extract. I'm not sure if it means that I haven't connected the bridge properly, but it didn't complain when I was building it, so let's speed it up for a quick second. If they will actually register it, or maybe no. It's stuck onto the producing resources. That's curious. But in the meantime, it seems like we're heavily struggling with wood, and we haven't sold anything to this guy because the planks took everything. The bridge took all the planks. So let's actually take a look at the progression framework. I remember seeing lumber camp improvements, which we can afford at this point, and it will allow us to store more stuff. And I think it will also increase the total worker capacity that we can add. So let's unlock this. And let's take a look at what we can do with our lumber camp. Let's slow it down a bit. And let's look at the edit building. Okay, we don't need the depots to store stuff. We actually need to increase our worker capacity a bit. So let us do something like this. This will give us 1 more. Let's also give them some napping positions. And maybe also a snoring post. That was an awkward autosave that caused it to lag, but okay. And for now I think I'll add just three workers there. This will be fine. And let's apply the changes. Once this actually gets built, I'm expecting to see an improvement in the basic log production, meaning that we'll be able to churn out planks significantly faster. But I'm not sure why this guy doesn't hunt anything. There's no resources to extract, which is a bit weird. It is as if he can't reach this. But it's really weird. Let's see, if I paint all of these things... Ah, okay, so I needed to paint everything. Cool. Nice, so now we have hunters going to hunt. That's amazing. And we have an increased output once this is done of our lumber camp. Let's prioritize this and speed it up a bit and see what happens. Okay, after waiting a little bit, it seems that I didn't recognize, I thought this was plank, not cloth. So we actually need to go a bit inside and see what we need to change, because some of these cost cloth, which we can't actually support, mainly this thing and this thing we can't actually build. Instead, we are going to be building some of these napping posts. Is it a napping post? No, limbing post. Okay, we're going to be building a few of those, just because otherwise we can't finish the extensions. Maybe a munching post is also helpful. Let's do that and apply the changes. Perfect. Let's take a look also while we wait. What is this pop-up? Profiting from taxation. It seems your treasury has been low on coins lately. Some of your villagers suggest temporarily increasing taxes until treasury improves. I will continue on my own. I don't think I need this. I've just been pushing the boundaries significantly for this. We have started getting some meat as well, which we will be trading to the Northbury guys. But to be able to sell it to our own people, we will actually need to buy some additional stalls. And let me also take a look at that. Where are the stalls? I'll place another one here to offer the meat, which will count as refined food, so it will increase happiness further, and then we can think about actually increasing taxes. Perfect. Let's also add a stall sign. What is this? It's a food stall sign. Nah, I won't do this now. Okay, I think this is fine. Let me take a quick look at Royal Book, mainly the trade routes, if they sell some cloth. Perfect, they actually do. And I think I'll be buying actually some cloth from them. If I have room to store it, that is. Which I unfortunately don't, but I can change this to store cloth. And then I'll be looking at resources, and I'll actually put buy until inventory reaches this amount, and we will be buying 10 of them. And hopefully that gives us enough cloth to finish everything. Let's pause it a bit, because I noticed this guy coming our way, and I think we actually want to set meat to be selling everything above a certain value, and the value that we will be selling, that we will be keeping is, I think... I'll sell everything for now, and then I'll adjust it just so we can get some extra income going now. Okay, let's continue. Hopefully we get also some cloth initially. Let's see. Okay, we have received... Ooh, almost. Okay. We didn't have enough coin to buy more cloth, it seems. But we will sell, I think, some meat. Did we sell some meat? Let's see. Yeah, okay, we sold some meat. Perfect. Amazing. Let's unpause this, and I will adjust. We actually sold 35 meat for 84. Holy, that's amazing. Okay. We will actually be keeping, I think, meat from now on that's above, let's say 30. That's fine. And let's also take a look at how is the situation going with hunting. Has it reduced significantly? I think it has, actually. I'll actually need to buy, I think, more territory. Mainly all of this. We'll see. Hopefully I don't hunt out too much of them. Maybe there's something that I also need to buy for... Reduces boars. But I don't want to hunt them out. That will be unfortunate if that happens. Okay, let's wait a bit for the markets to complete, and then we are going to be setting some refined foods to be sold and possibly increase taxation further. We will see. Our stall is just about to finish, and what I'm going to do once it does, nice, I'm going to assign unavailable villager, and I will set it to sell meat. And here I will set all the available villagers to the lumberjack work so that we can actually start churning out planks much faster. Villagers are available to become commoners. Amazing. And let's see what this pop-up is all about. Advice: progressing with the estates. Your village has caught the interest of the estates of the realm. They anticipate splendid monuments which will undoubtedly define the future of your people. Let's see. Earn the approval of the laborers by building an impressive manor house. Okay, so that will help us unlock additional stuff, which is fine. Let's have this as a reminder, but I will need more income before I pursue that. And we seem to be having some weird housing issues. I'm not sure why they haven't populated this area better, but let's see what we can do about it. Let's expand the housing area a bit like so. So, okay, that seems to be solving the problem. And what we can do here is, if I take a look at the hunting grounds... I'm not sure if they will be hunted out, that is. But let's see. Merchant is approaching my village. That's fine. He will come here eventually. Let's take a quick status check. So we have roughly stabilized on the sense of income. We are increasing our... Oh wow, we are going to be wasting this whole forest, which I think I'll need to paint a bit more of this reforestation area because I'm being so aggressive with it. Let's actually do something like this, and what I will do is I'll clean this out just because I want to have a path towards my fishermen. Let's actually do something like this, and I'll expand my wood cutting to do and cover all of this, since I have a significant amount of my woodcutters now. And this should be enough, I think. Let's also add a resource removal area, just so we actually clear all of this. One sec. Okay, cool, perfect. We have handled the woodcutting. We have some refined food production. I'm a bit concerned about the boars vanishing, but we'll see how that goes. We have some services, we have increased taxes, we have stable coin now, and we have a quest, it seems. What is the quest? Wood for the elders. The elders are looking to repair a few bridges across the region. One of their merchants noticed your woodcutting camps and wants to make you an offer. Okay, so I'll need to accumulate 50 wood to give it to them. This sounds like a good trade, and to do that, I'll pause all of my sawmills, just so I end up stocking up on wood, and I'll actually do the stock ups. And I'm going to do it actually by stopping the trade, because I don't have improved storage. Let's pause it a second. What I will do is stop the cloth buying. Perfect. And unfortunately, I'll have to unassign it and lose it. This is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Cool. Let's do this. Unpause, and we will be waiting for a couple of turns until we can stockpile the wood to trade it away. Okay, so it has been roughly 8 days, and we've managed to gather more than 50 wood, which we are going to be confirming now. And we received 5 labor influence, which will come in handy. And I think this marks a good milestone to stop the current episode. What we are going to be tackling in the next one is probably optimizing this area here and building a bigger manor, because I kind of dislike what's happening here. It's a whole mess. I would ideally want to position it somewhere a bit further away from the village and increase my storage areas. And also I'll need to take a look at what's happening specifically with this, because it seems like it has stopped producing these boars. It actually ignores all of these, probably because it's waiting for them to repopulate or something, but I'm not sure. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and see you in the next episode. Bye!